You got to tune to Wop Up on KEXP 90.3 FM, live on the web at kexp.org. I'm Darek Mazzone, your DJ and host, and there's a band in the studio right now that I've been playing for quite a while since my dear, dear friend John Kurtzer turned me onto them. And they're in Seattle, and they're here right now. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the most beautiful city in the world when it's not raining. Love to hear some music, please.
ያረማመድ ወጓ አለው ግርማ ሞገስ ቀና ብላየች በሚያፈዙ አይኖቿ ይቆጨኝ ነበር ባትበሆነ በሻ ደርባባ ቀለሟ ልዩ ምልክቷ ምንም ባላውቃት ባታገኝ ምሷ ይበቃኝ ደሞይ አበሻ መሆኗ አረማመዷ አበሻ ማስተያየቷ አበሻ በገታዋ አበሻ በቁንጅናዋ አበሻ በሳቅ ለዛዋ አበሻ በትህትናዋ አበሻ በሰላምታዋ አበሻ ባነጋገሯ አበሻ ባጠገቤ ስታልፍ ፈገግታ አጅቧት ልቤም በትርታ ኮበለለላት ወገኗን አረሳች የትውልዷን ስፍራ ታጥቃ ትሄዳለች የአገሯን ባንዲራ ባረማመዷ አበሻ አስተያየቷ አበሻ በፈገግታዋ አበሻ በቁንጅናዋ አበሻ በሳቅ ለዛዋ አበሻ በትህትናዋ አበሻ በሰላምታዋ አበሻ ባነጋገሯ አበሻ የመርካቶ ናት የአዲስ ከተማ ናት ወይ የባምቢስ ወይንስ ጉለሌ የአገሬ ልጅ ናት የሻሸመኔ አይኖቿ ኮከብ ሆነው ታዩ ነጫጭ ጥርሶቿ ውበት ያሳመራት ቁንጅና የካባት ከውስጥ እስከ ውጭ ኢትዮጵያዊ ልጅ ናት አበሻዊነቷ ልዩ ትርጉም አለው የደም ግባቷ ምንጭ ሀብትና ጌጧ ነው የፒያሳ ልጅ ናት የአርባ ደረጃ የመርካቶ ናት የአዲስ ከተማ ናት ወይ የባምቢስ ወይንስ ጉለሌ የአገሬ ልጅ ናት የሻሸመኔ
Debo Band out of Boston. This is the sound of Boston right now.
Well, when we're not there, it sounds a little bit different.
Okay. You guys sound great. This is awesome. Thank you so much for being here. What is the song? HABESHA, what does that mean? Brooke?
Tell us. Sure. HABESHA is the name given to people from Ethiopia, Eritrea, and that part of the country. So it means, a person from that.
Okay. So can you give me context of the song? What is that like? What are you saying?
It's about a guy in the Ethiopian community outside of Ethiopia. So it could be here in Europe, who meets a girl of an Habesha girl walking down the street and falling in love with her, and that's what it's all about.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Would love to hear some more music, but first I wanted to introduce the band. Actually, Danny, if you could introduce the band. Danny Mekkonen, saxophone and band leader. Who else is here?
Who else do we have here? So Brooke Tesfaye is our lead vocalist and very charismatic front man. Keita Hostetter is our fiddle player who spends most of her time in Ethiopia and joins us in the summers. Jonah Rapino, composer, arranger, violinist. PJ Goodwin, who plays electric bass and runs all things technical and things awesome. Eric Greer, who plays sousaphone. Adam Clark holds things down on the drums. That's Brendan Wood on guitar. It's a big band, so I'll go faster. Danilo Enriquez on trumpet and sometimes bongos. That's Gabriel Birnbaum on saxophone, tenor saxophone. That's Marie Abe on accordion. I'm Danny Mekkonen on tenor sax.
Thank you. And you guys are on Sub Pop from Boston. Ethiopian band on Sub Pop Records. We just celebrated its 25th anniversary. Should have had you guys on the roof of the Space Needle. That would have been great. We'd love to hear some more music, please.
We were in Butte, Montana. That's why we weren't on the Space Needle. But it was the second place we wanted to be.
Kind of like being on the top of a Space Needle.
So this is a song called ASHA GEDAWO, which is a wedding song. It was a single on our Sub Pop debut of last year.
GEDAWO belasha GEDAWO nerasha GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO belasha GEDAWO nerasha GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO የታማን ብሽ ወጣቷን ትንሽ ASHA GEDAWO belasha GEDAWO nerasha GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO belasha GEDAWO nerasha GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO የታማን ብሽ ወጣቷን ትንሽ ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO يتما لبشي وتاتوان للنشي ASHA GEDAWO የቸገረው ሲሞት ASHA GEDAWO ይሎታል አረፈው ASHA GEDAWO ናፈጥጥ ላይሆን ASHA GEDAWO ሞቱን አይለቅም ASHA GEDAWO የቸገረው ሲሞት ASHA GEDAWO ይሎታል አረፈው ASHA GEDAWO ናፈጥጥ ላይሆን ASHA GEDAWO ሞቱን አይለቅም ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO يتما لبشي وتاتوان للنشي ይበቃታል የእናቷ ብቻ ይበቃታል የአባቷ ብቻ የሺረገዶ የሺጋ ብቻ ይበቃታል የእናቷ ብቻ ይበቃታል የአባቷ ብቻ አልማዝ ምን ዳነው አልማዝ ምን ዳነው አልማዝ ምን ዳነው አልማዝ ምን ዳነው የምንገናኘው በየትኛው ወር ነው አልማዝ ምን ዳነው የትዝታ ስሜት ልብ ላይ ነዳጅ የትዝታ ስሜት ልብ ላይ ነዳጅ አይጠፋም ምንጊዜም ይዳፈናል እንጂ ነው አልማዝ ምን ዳነው ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO BELASHA GEDAWO NERASHA GEDAWO ASHA GEDAWO يتما لبشي وتاتوان للنشي
Debo Band live in the studios. KEXP on Whoop Up. Guys, thank you so much. How did the band come together?
Well, we were a group of friends in Jamaica Plain. Essentially started as a community band.
Okay. JP is Jamaica Plain is
Jamaica
a
Plain
suburb
is
of Boston.
Yeah, it's a neighborhood of Boston, like Georgetown or something. Yeah, so we were actually in a bunch of different bands, friends who all had their own musical projects, but most of our musical tastes and aesthetics were kind of leaning towards more ethnic sounds or world music, coming from, say, experimental rock or classical music or jazz, but all kind of ended up, loving music from around the world. And I came in with a strong desire as an Ethiopian American to start a band that did this music from the 70s. And, so the song that we just played is a wedding song that was made famous by Mahmoud Ahmed, and it was released on the Ethiopics series. But there are, countless recordings of that song. It's played at every wedding, every Ethiopian wedding around the diaspora.
That's the jam that everybody has. So if you're doing weddings,
you got to know, it's a
weddings,
standard. If you don't do that tune, you're going to get fired. Or at least your pay will be docked.
Okay.
And you won't be able to drink after the wedding or something horrible like that. Yeah, so that's how the band got together. And, without really any sort of professional ambitions, there were no gigs. It was just about kind of getting together as a community and trying to figure out what this music was all about.
When you played first, was it in Boston or was it someplace else?
It was in Boston.
Where?
Our first gig, I don't know what. There are lots of first. I guess our first gig maybe was at a birthday party in Chinatown in Boston. That was the first gig where we were billed as Debo Band. The first two, we had two other much smaller things without any kind of name of the band. The first thing where we sent emails around and it was Debo Band would have been September 2006. So, coming on 7 years now.
What makes Ethiopian music so good? Like, people are still trying to figure it out. Their exposure to it has come through movies and the Buddha Musik series. But what is it about it that makes it so unique in African music?
Well, I mean, certainly I think that the instrumentation, the rhythms, the scales are all different. But I think maybe it boils down to the spirit of the music, this like really jubilant, celebratory quality of the music, which just is really seems like a compelling affirmation of life, And maybe that's just what that spirit, and we're just chasing that spirit, chasing that high, So I don't know. I mean, there's lots of historical things that index why Ethiopian music is unique in the African continent and the history of Africa. Ethiopia wasn't colonized, so that's something, they have got a different amount of influences from abroad. But I think maybe it boils down to, this passion of life, And I do think that that's what we're chasing. And so we've toured Ethiopia twice, and I think when we went there, we really felt it. And we've brought Ethiopian musicians here, and I think it's really something that really I think it really does inspire all of us.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear some more music, and the next track is unreleased, right? So this is the first time on radio that we're hearing us?
Yeah, definitely. The next two songs have never been recorded or broadcast on radio, so premieres here for KEXP.
Woohoo!
Thought that'd be nice since it's a hometown record label connection, and also John Kurtzer, of course. So this is GORAW, an original composition, which is sort of, GORAW translates loosely to patriotism, but in this sense, I think the lyrics are about fighting poverty and having sort of a patriotic spirit in doing so.
And this is an original piece, or is...
Yeah, it's an original, yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Debo Band on Wopop, KEXP 90.3, Seattle, where the music matters.
ያስተጋባል ከሩቁ ይሰማል አፋፍ ላይ ቆሟል ወገኑን ይጣራል የጀግንነት ወኔው ውስጡን ተናንቆታል ጮሆም ይፎክራል ሕዝቤ ተነስ ይላል በታሪክ መድረክ ላይ ማንም ያልደፈራት በአባቶቿ ብርታት ማንም ያላጠቃት እናት አገራችን ማነው የሚደፍረን ቆመን እንዴት እንይ ድህነት ሲወራት ነጋሪት ይመታ ጥሩምባው ይነፋ ይወረድ ይዘለፍ የሰማ ሽለላ አሳየው ወኔህን ይበርግግ አንዳፍታ ጎበዝ አገር ወዳጅ ክንድህን አበርቶ ይሰማል ከአፋፍ ላይ ቆሟል ወገኑን ይጣራል የጀግንነት ወኔው ውስጡን ተናንቆታል ጮሆም ይፎክራል ሕዝቤ ተነስ ይላል እንዲሁም ባድዋ ተወርቶ አልቆለታል የኢትዮጵያ ጀግና ዛሬም እንደ ቀድሞ ወራሪ ሲገባ ወገን ይሰለፋል አይረሳም አደራ ጎበዝ ያገሬ ሰው ክንድህን አበርታ በከርሞ ጠላት ከቶ እንዳትረታ አሳየው ወኔን ይበርግግ አንዳፍታል እንኳን ለድህነት ለስንቱ የበቃ ጎበዝ ያገሬ ልጅ ማን ይደፍራል ከቶ ለአገሩ ታጋይ ነው ይደማል ጦር ሰብሮ አሰማው መለከትን አሰማው ከበሮ ድሉን ያሳያል ቤቱን አስከብሮ አሄ
Debo Band live in the studios of KEXP on Whoop Pop. You guys sound awesome. Do the Ethiopian expats come out when you guys come? Like, are we expecting a big turnout tonight?
Yeah, definitely. We've found a lot of support from the Ethiopian diaspora community. I mean, everything from, we played a show in Toronto a couple of summers ago. I guess it was last summer, and we played a song that's on our debut album called Yefikir Wagagane, which is a slow ballad originally sung by a female singer named Buzunish Bekele, and she was considered the first lady of Ethiopian song. And I had this really emotional moment on stage where I saw this lady who could have been my grandmother singing along to this song and I thought for a moment, had she ever heard this song performed live, had she ever heard it in Toronto, and that this band was bringing that music to her, this music of maybe her youth. From there to, we played in San Francisco last week, and the song that we just premiered, GORAW, it's an original composition, and I saw some Ethiopian ladies getting down to it like they knew the song. So that's sort of where we want to be, for the classics of this music to be recognized by the grandmothers and the younger people also, and then for the newer stuff to reach. And also, I mean, we played HABESHA, the song that we opened up with, and we did this in Boston a few months ago. And there was an Ethiopian grandmother in the back, because there's a line in it about the colors of the flag. And she had her scarf, which was, green, yellow, and red, and she was waving it back and forth like this was some anthem.
That's awesome.
But these are originals. So that's sort of that's the magic spot in between those two worlds.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you working on a new record right now, and is it going to be out on Sub Pop?
Oh, well, those are the questions. Let's see. So we are working on a new record, and we hope that it'll be out on Sub Pop. We're having those conversations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, things
Mercury's in retrograde. I don't want to jinx it right now.
Okay, good. Thanks for thinking of the astrology for us.
Okay. Just trying, it's music industry. It's always tough. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's out of our control. But we've had a great run with Sub Pop, and we'd love to keep going. And we have been in some very humid basements in Boston working on a lot of this music. And we'll spend most of the rest of the summer just, hashing away at new material. And this last song is another debut, another original.
Thank you.
Unreleased. I talked to John, and he thought that you might appreciate a couple of
always
unreleased tracks.
Anything to stand out. Also, you guys are doing festivals, and so first off, this is rare. Like, you go to an Ethiopian restaurant. I know how important music is, because literally every restaurant does a keyboard stand, and Friday, Saturday, there's something going on with music all the time.
Right.
You go to a Mexican joint, that's not really going to be. It's not really the situation that's happening. So, but yet, it's usually somebody singing and a really tinny keyboard going on. So you guys are bringing this sound, but this is a sound of like the 70s, isn't it?
Right.
In Ethiopia. So is this popular in Ethiopia still, or are you bringing it back like dengue fever brought back this Cambodian rock.
I mean, I think the economics of having a band this size is hard. I mean, it's hard here, and it's really hard in a place like Ethiopia. And I mean, there's a lot of sort of romanticism around the golden age of Ethiopia and the sort of the Derg period in the mid 70s, which ended that period and led to curfew and things. But there are a lot of big bands in Ethiopia, and it is in a way coming back. But this isn't necessarily the sound of Ethiopia, with like the sort of like we kind of take that big band sound and expand it even further by focusing on the strings, the violins, the accordion, the sousaphone. So, that's a sound that inspired us, but I think the true active like love for this music wouldn't be recreating it, but making something new of it. And that's, I think, what we're trying to do with kind of expanding the sonic possibilities of the band. Got it. But when we go there, I think the response is often, wow, I've never seen such a big band doing this music, and it's been years and years since we saw something this, this like, rollicking and exciting. But also, I think that it doesn't fall on them that there is like lots of new stuff happening, especially with the new compositions and sort of new energy. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. Love to hear some more music, please. Okay. Debo Band.
Yeah. So this is YALANCHI, another premiere and original.
ቢሉኝ ሄድኩኝ በድሬ በፍቅር ተስፋ አልቆርጥም ብዬ እንከራተታለሁ በሐሳቧ ተውጬ ዛሬ ነው ነገ የማያ ፍቅርሽ ምርኮኛ ነኝ ተረቺ አልጠብቅም ምሕረት ካንቺ ከፍቅርሽ ነፃ አውጪ እጠማለሁ እራባለሁ በናፍቆት ስካር እወድቃለሁ ትተሽኝ አትሂጂ እሞታለሁ ታዲያ እንዴት እኖራለሁ ያላንቺ ያላንቺ
That is a jam. Thank you. That actually is amazing.